Emotional intelligence is the ability to hold space for people who does not have the same mindset or belief system or desires as you, but also being able to just have mutual respect for them. I have always dealt with this because growing up, I always been so open minded. I didn't judge people for their color or race. It doesn't matter what you look like. If I vibe with you, I vibe with you. I'm more like a intellectual connection type of person. Like I like to know how you think. That's how it really brings me in. But in high school and college, I had like different friend groups. It wasn't like real best. Well, I had like friends that had other friends, right? And then we just become like friend groups. But I'm not the cliquey type of person. I don't like cliquiness. I just have my friends and they have their friends and they were kind of cliquey, but I wasn't. But those friends that I had, I've noticed that they would make comments like, "Oh, why do you like that person? Why do you hang out with that person? Why do you talk to that person?" They always make comments about each other or whoever I talk to or like is friendly with. And I just never understood that because I've always been so open minded because I feel like you become so much wiser and your life becomes so much more enriched when you have different people of different backgrounds, different race, different cultures. It just like it helps you become a well-rounded person, and I love diversity. I just get so intrigued by it. And so when people make comments because they didn't understand why I had all these different types of people that I interact with and they would make comments about it in a negative way, it really got me thinking now. Fast forward now, graduated college like 5 years ago, but now I'm getting reminded of emotional intelligence because I work with so many different people. And I noticed some people wouldn't get the same opportunity in those work environments. And I noticed the common pattern, which was the emotional intelligence to have your own personal views, perspective, and values, yet creating space for other people to be themselves as well, to also have their own perspective and whatever it is that their mindset might be without judging them or putting them down or coming off disrespectful, right? And I feel like most people don't see or not aware of that that's emotional intelligence. Like you don't have to always give people attitude, always give them a stink face because you don't agree with who they are, their lifestyle, or whatever the case might be. Because the world is so big and the world is so diverse. Not every single person is gonna think like you or just like have the same morals and values as you. And that's why it's important to be clear on your own personal core values and morals, right? Be grounded in that. So when you're grounded in your own faith and your values, because you're grounded in that, it doesn't matter what other people are doing or saying. You're able to coexist with them because you already know who you are. And so you give them permission to be who they are. And then you kind of just become more aware of what else is going on in the world, like that people actually think this other way. You kind of like you become more like you become curious versus like judging, right? And when you're like that, it doesn't people don't force their values onto you, right? And you don't force your values onto them. You guys are just able to coexist. And of course, if this is like a close friend, it's important to have align values and faith, right? Because iron sharpen iron. So this just has to do with kind of just like a workplace or like in a group setting. This has like emotional intelligence is just being able to exist in the world and treating people the way you want to be treated, regardless of your personal values or how you feel, right? Because everyone deserves respect. Everyone, no matter what, period. And so that's what God has been really enlightening me about that. This like how emotional intelligence is really the key to life. Basically, it helps you move through life smoothly without feeling triggered, without triggering others. Of course, you can't help it. People always have their own emotions, but as long as like you're grounded in your own energy and you know who you are, then you are able to still have respect for every single person, no matter what faith or culture or mindset they might have. You guys don't have to be best friends, but you can be cordial and coexist in planet Earth.